Okay, so a while ago I made a video on 3D platformers dying. Now, I got a response from my buddy Scully. Now, one of the things he said was that most gamers nowadays look at the genre as not aging well. Now, I've decided to, now I was thinking about, what that meant for something to age well. Now I've listened to a few topics and discussions people have on it, and here's some of the things I've noticed. Now, the first thing I seem to notice really commonly that just bugs me is when people compare the graphics to today's. Now, to start off with, I really don't care that much about graphics. To me, if someone's gonna complain about graphics, it's pretty clear they're a graphic whore. To me, graphics are just icing on the cake for a good game, and salt on the wound for a bad game. But anyway, another thing I usually hear people complain about is how a lot of 3D games are just too complicated, such as when you run around and explore you have to move the camera. Now, I really don't see this as that complicated, but looking at this, to them it makes sense, but what I've noticed is a lot of these people seem to have such a different game philosophy, just a mentality of how they play. Now, a great example of this would be Egoraptor. Now, if you watch his earlier Sequelitis videos, it seems like he has a good grasp on how a game works until you watch his Game Grumps videos. That one, when he plays something outside of his comfort zone, specifically a 3D game, the guy doesn't know what he's doing, and as a result just does awful. It doesn't help that many people seem to have this thought that only their idea of how something should work is perfect for everyone, when in reality it will only work for them. And when something confronts them or gives them a different way of doing something, they get confused and then call something worse than it actually is. But to me, a game aging well is just still fun to play and still, or at the very least, still impressive. So, what are your thoughts?